A dig for ancient Native American artifacts in Miami has unearthed evidence involving rising sea levels. The recent discovery may be proof that water levels are rising faster than we once thought, and experts say it'll impact South Florida in the near and distant future. CBS 4's Natalia Zea has more.
It's a prehistoric treasure hunt in the heart of the big city, an archaeological dig at the site of an ancient Tequesta Indian village in Brickell.
At least 1,000 to 1,500 years old.
Over the past 2 years, archaeologist Robert Carr and his team have found 100,000 artifacts at the site of the future Met Square mixed-use condo project.
They would make the axes out of shell.
And what Carr recently unearthed here is surprising, and experts say significant.
We've made some discoveries that we simply didn't anticipate.
He found evidence of a brick building foundation from the 1860s and root systems from coconut palms from the 1800s that stood just feet away from the historic Royal Palm Hotel. Carr found these items somewhere unexpected, underwater.
This is evidence of this water table change, this sea level rise, because we're seeing things underwater that we're having to use pumps to look at that had to have been dry when all of this occurred.
He says this is physical proof that in the last century, the water level here has risen a full foot. Atmospheric scientist Brian McNulty says Carr's discovery will give researchers a benchmark to study the rising water levels.
That's significant. To have concrete proof of that number is worth a lot, because otherwise we don't have a gauge that's been in the same location for 100 years.
NOAA predicts the sea level will rise 3 feet by the year 2100, 85 years from now. And that's going to impact a lot more than your kids' and grandkids' walks on the beach. According to NOAA's projections, this is what coastal Miami and Miami Beach will look like in the year 2100. Water at high tide nearly covering all of South Beach and drowning areas along the Miami River. Fort Lauderdale would also see an impact in many of its neighborhoods. And if the next generation plans to visit the Keys, they may want to invest in a boat. McNulty says in the near future, the rising sea levels will mean dealing with more intense flooding every year.
Rather than having 4 events a year in Miami Beach where there's a significant flood, there might be 8 or 12 or 20.
As a scientist, Carr is excited by his discovery, though his focus remains more on preserving and protecting what was than what will be. Natalia Zea, CBS 4 News.